Good day, everyone! Welcome back to another episode of Futurized Kitchen! One of my favorite recipes which I prepare during special occasions. Why? Because today is actually my second month in YouTube. So, what is this recipe? We have the shepherd's pie with a special cheese sauce. Alright, let's get started. So we have here for the ingredients 3 sets. What are this? 1 for the mashed potatoes, 2 for the meat filling, and then 3 for the cheese sauce. Now let's start with the mashed potatoes. What do we need? We have here 1 kilo of mashed potatoes, boiled and mashed, and then we have 1/4 cup of butter at room temperature, or you may add more later depending on the taste that you desire. And we have 2 tablespoons of evaporated milk, or you can also use fresh milk, and you can still add to that depending again on your desired taste. And then we have some salt and pepper for that to enhance the flavor. That's for the mashed potatoes. We go to the meat filling. We have here 1/4 kilo of ground beef, 1/4 kilo of ground pork. We have 1 cup of cooked ham, diced already. Then we have here 1/4 cup of chorizo de Bilbao, chopped or finely chopped. And then we also have 1 medium size of white onions, chopped. We have 3 to 4 cloves of garlic, also finely chopped. We have salt and pepper to taste. We have 1 beef cube. We will also need Worcestershire sauce, 2 tablespoons to 3 tablespoons. And we will need some cooking oil for the sauteing process. That's for our meat filling. Now we go to the last set, the cheese sauce. Here, we will need 1 cup of cheese. We will also need 1 small white onion chopped. We need 3 cloves of garlic chopped. We have some salt and pepper to enhance the flavor. And we also have 1 beef cube for it. We will need 1 and 1/2 cup of milk. And if later we need some cornstarch to thicken it, we will add some cornstarch to that. That will be for our cheese sauce. Okay, let's start with the procedure. We have the mashed potatoes first. So, what do? We have here the 1 kilo of mashed potatoes, and then we will add 1/4 cup of butter. So, this is technically 1/2 cup. I just have to get 1/2 part of it to get 1/4. And then we place it here. Room temperature butter, so I'll just cut into smaller cubes so that it's easier to blend later. Okay, so room temperature, so it's easier to combine. And then we add 2 tablespoons of evaporated milk. So we have here 1, sprinkle it all over, and then 2. Then if we just need some more, we will add later. Okay, so saan natin yan? Let's mash. Dito siya, baka mahulog. So, these are real potatoes. Hindi siya powdered, kaya mas masarap siyang gamitin sa recipe. Okay, so kailangan lang ng mas malakas na force. If you have a potato masher, that's very good. If you have a food processor, that's also good, but just make sure you will not mash it too soft so that you still have some chunks of potatoes that you can bite as you cook it or as you eat it. Okay. Yan. By the looks of this, we will add some more of the evaporated milk, pero we will add first some salt. This is 1/2 teaspoon of salt. It's easier to just add later, just then add more to it so that we can easily adjust. So this is 1/4 teaspoon of ground pepper, 1/4 only, but it depends on what you want. If you want to add more to it, gradually just do it as you mix it. So there. for me, I want to add some more butter. Okay? Because for me, it looks still so dry. Just 1/8 part of that. So again, it depends on the amount that you want to add to it. And then 1 more tablespoon. It is always dependent on the taste that you desire. So you are free to add the quantity that you want. There. For me, this is fine. Just make sure that the butter is completely combined with the mashed potatoes. Okay, let's taste so that we will know if we still need to add some salt to it or any other of these ingredients that I have. Let's taste it. Salt. I want to add another half teaspoon of salt. And then so this recipe of mashed potato is basic. You can use this when you serve steaks or you serve other recipes with this. Pwede siya. Yan. Woo. That's it. Okay. That is already good for me. Mashed potatoes. And so we're done with the mashed potatoes. We already set it aside. We will now prepare the meat filling, okay? So what do we do first? We heat the pan at medium temperature and then we will saute all the ingredients that we need. So here I will be adding around 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil. 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil. If there is a need to add more later, then that's fine. When do we know? When it's kind of dry while you're sauteing it, okay? So first things first, as we saute, we will add the onions into it. White onions because it gives a different caramelized sweet flavor. Okay, white onions. In this case, I want to add a few more amount of olive oil because it looks so dry. 1 tablespoon. Okay, until it's translucent. That's the good thing about cooking, you can always adjust. Okay, so we have here onions followed by garlic. Saute until the garlic is also cooked but not burned, not browned. Yan. See, when you see already that the onions are quite caramelizing, we will add both the ground pork and the ground beef. Saute it well together with this. Smells good. I love the aroma. See, I prepare this every time there are special occasions. So what could be special occasions? It can be birthdays or anniversaries or maybe Christmas or New Year. So you have a different recipe to be served. So we'll cover it for a few minutes and then we will return. And we're back after approximately 5 to 7 minutes. We will check. So within that 5 to 7 minutes, you have to stir it occasionally so that you are sure that the ground beef and the ground pork are properly cooked. So you see it's already brown. Okay, it has changed its color. We will add another ingredient and that is the ham that's diced. We will include that in the sauteing process. And the chorizo de Bilbao, this is 1/4 cup. Itin natin, there's some more slices. And then, yeah, we will saute it again, stir it, and then we will add here, one beef cube. Sometimes we also use this, no, for enhancing flavors. Sometimes it's just fine. But if you don't want to, just add some more other enhancers. Okay. There are only times when I use this in some recipes. So you saute it together with the rest of the ingredients. Okay. So you let them saute until each ingredient's flavor is absorbed by the other. That's actually what the sauteing is all about, no? To let all those flavors combine together properly. So we have here salt and pepper. So we'll add 1/4 teaspoon of pepper to that, or more if you want. And then I will be adding 1 teaspoon, no, 1/2 teaspoon first because I added beef. 1/2 teaspoon of iodized salt. And then don't forget the Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire, they're just the same. So approximately 1 tablespoon. Yeah. And so we will let it stay there, saute for around 3 to 5 minutes again, stirring occasionally, and then we will be back.
A few minutes later.
And we're back after 5 minutes. Let's check our meat filling. Yan. Alright. You see, it has turned already golden brown or brown. We will taste to know what else we need to add. So remember, when you taste from a different spoon, not using the same spoon that you're using to eat, cook. Okay? Sanitary measures. I will add some more salt because in my taste, I still need to add around 1/4 teaspoon. And then I also want to add some more pepper. Yeah. Oh, that's it. And then it will add to a good Italian flavor if you add some Italian seasoning to that. This is Italian seasoning, just a few, just around 1/4 teaspoon. And better if you have paprika to it, to add some spice. Just a few amount, a sprinkle. And then we have some onion, garlic. Yeah. There. It's optional. You can actually not add that. If you don't have it at home, it's optional. Those that I added are just optional ingredients, okay? You can even do without it. Just as if in case you have them at home and you want to have some taste of it, to give it like a more Italian flavor, you can add it. So we'll taste. You see, it shouldn't be watery. Let's taste this. That's right. That's onion. That's garlic powder. I just want to show you. I have collections of that. Yeah, okay, this is already done. We are done with it, so we will prepare we will assemble it and then bake it as we do the cheese sauce. We'll be back. So we have here the 2 sets already, the mashed potatoes and the meat filling. And then I'm preheating the oven at 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 190 degrees Celsius. So what we will do is to just spread a small amount of mashed potatoes at the bottom part. So I'm using a loaf pan. I'm using loaf pans. If you have, you can actually use other baking pans. Like if you have Pyrex bowl, Pyrex pan, that's just fine. So I want our camera to focus on what I am doing so that They will see how it will be done. So just have to flatten it there at the bottom of the pan. So Pyrex pan or square pan. This is a loaf pan. Pwede rin siya. Yan. Just a small amount so that it's the base of your shepherd's pie. Other people, they don't anymore add or they don't anymore place mashed potatoes at the bottom part. But I want it to be sandwiched, no? The meat filling to be sandwiched by the mashed potatoes. So that it's not difficult to serve, and at the same time, no, aside from the bite that you get on top, you also have some mashed potatoes at the bottom. So the meat filling is sandwiched by mashed potatoes. And it's better if the mashed potatoes have still chunks on it. So it's better to eat it, no? So it looks like this, just a small amount, not too thick. Because if you do, you can only just taste the mashed potatoes afterwards. So here, I'm adding the meat filling. Okay. Just generously place it there. And there you divide. Actually, it fits just one Pyrex bowl, depending on the size. Evenly divided. Add everything. Okay. It. You also don't want to have it so thick that you can just taste the meat, no? What is good is just adding enough of that in your shepherd's pie. And then we add some more. You want a thicker base of mashed potatoes? That's fine. But for me, because I have a thicker base, you have a thicker topping of it, that's also good. So, spread it that way. Okay. See it? Yeah. So, your mashed potato serves as your carb. Here, no need for rice. Yay! Right. Oops. Place another one here. So it's easier to use a rubber spatula when you do this, so that you can easily spread the mashed potatoes on top. There. Yay! And then some more for the other side. Yes. That's it. That's it. Ha ha! Alright! Let's scrape some more. Yay! That's our shepherd's pie, but it's not yet done because we will place it in the oven for 10 to 15 minutes or until the mashed potatoes are golden brown or light golden brown, or depending on the doneness that you want. Alright? So, we will place it here. Wow. Alright. Here. Okay. So, it's set. Let's set it first at 15 minutes so that we can check on the brownness of it. And then we will make or prepare the cheese sauce while waiting for that. we will now prepare the cheese sauce while we are baking the shepherd's pie. It's been there for around 5 minutes already, so we will wait until it's done. Now, what we will do here is to switch on the fire at low temperature. Remember, we will be making white sauce, so dapat mahina lang yung apoy para hindi masunog yung white sauce, otherwise magiging brown sauce na siya, okay? And it's important that, you know, if you have a non-stick saucepan, that's better instead of using a stainless or aluminum one, because if in that case, the color will really change, okay? So there will be an effect of that. So here, we will add 1/4 cup of butter. We will melt, okay? 1/4 cup of butter. Pausos, you teacher eye, no? Melt, melt, melt. Okay, we melt the butter. And then here, we will be sauteing the onion and the garlic when it's melted. I love the smell of this, the aroma of butter. Especially when you add garlic to that already. Okay, so we prevent that from burning. We add the onions. Oops. Ang isi palagi may nalalaglag. We have here the onions. Okay. Yeah. Saute the onions until translucent. Yes. So, what could be the best occasion? Sinabi ko na kanina, di ba? Pero gusto mo lang magluto, you just want to cook it even without occasion, you want to feel special that day, then you can use it. Okay? And it's taking time to simmer because it's really at low temperature. Now, we will add the garlic. Okay. Some people, they don't want to serve it with cheese. They don't like cheese. Well, you can remove the cheese sauce. The cheese sauce makes it more special. But if you don't love cheese that much, there are people who are like, you're not a fan of it, you can just remove it. It's optional. Because actually, in other people, in other places, they don't serve it with cheese sauce. That's fine. So we have here 1 1/2 cups of evaporated milk. You can also use fresh milk if you want. That gives it a lighter color, so okay lang din yun. And so we add and stir gently. Love it. Oops. So at low fire, you let it simmer for a while. And then when it's simmering, we will be back. And if it's already done, I will show you. Okay? We'll be back after a few minutes. Okay, it's simmering already and I'm stirring it so that it will thicken. But it will thicken more as we add the cheese. Kasi evaporated milk pa rin yan, or pa lang yan. Nag-off na yung ating oven. Let's check kung okay na yung doneness ng color. Para sa akin, konti pa. So, the 15 minutes, I want to add some more of it. Or 5 minutes will do. Ayoko naman na sobrang brown. Kasi, hindi rin naman siya masarap. Now, yan, it's boiling. We will add the cheese gradually. It will not become a cheese sauce without the cheese. So, let's add the cheese. Okay. Low fire. And then, mix. We don't want the cheese to get burned. So, parang ginamit nyo dito ay fresh milk. It's also fine because it will give you a lighter color of your cheese sauce. Okay. Let's add another batch of cheese. This is 1 cup of cheese or 1 whole bar of cheese. What kind of cheese? Quick melt cheese. Add the next one. Very rich in flavor. So just stir it continuously until it thickens. So later, pag medyo sa tingin nyo, hindi pa, kulang pa sa thickness, you can just add half a tablespoon of cornstarch dissolved and 1 tablespoon of water, and then we add it here. So we'll be back after a few minutes. Alright, we're back. So look at this. It's already combined well, but we want it to be a little thicker. Hindi pwedeng thick talaga, pero konting lapot lang, no? So, what we will do here is to just add a small amount of cornstarch. 1/2 tablespoon only. Okay? 1/2 tablespoon, approximately, dissolved in 1 tablespoon of water. Just to add a little thickness to that. Kasi pag lumamig to, it will still thicken. Kaya we do not want it to be very thick. Baka magbuka na siyang shoe paste kapag lumapot siya. Kasi hindi naman siya intended to be very thick. So ako, gradual ko lang din ilalagay ito. Ayoko i-todo kasi ayoko maging malapot pa siya. Some salt. Ay, ayoko muna nagdala ng salt. Tikman muna natin. Oops, cling-cling na siya. Konting-konting salt na. Sobrang hina kasi baka mamaya masunog yung cheese. Hindi siya masarap. Konting salt, as in a sprinkled salt, and just a sprinkle of very small amount of pepper, as small as this one. Okay, add some spice to it, and then mix. Ay, ilagay ng pepper completely fine. Yes. Yeah. Tama na po. Ulit. Sobrang lapot ha, hindi sobrang thick. Kasi pag gano'n, hindi na siya masarap kainin with the shepherd's pie. Okay, so it will still cool down. Yay! Yay! Baba ng tono eh, no? Okay, so we switch it off. Let's check our potatoes if we are already brown. Actually, pwede na to. We don't like a very golden brown color. So, let's remove it. So, this is a total of 20 minutes. Oops. Hot. Yes! Yes! Yay! Yan! Aray ko, mainit. Ang dami-dami natin yung spoon and all wooden spoons here. Diyan ka nga muna. Ayan, isara ang oven. That's it! Our shepherd's pie. But of course, we can't taste it yet. It's still too hot. We wait for a few more minutes for it to cool down and we'll go back. After 20-25 minutes just to let it cool. Pero kanina, when I sliced it, hindi pa siya ganun nag-cool down. Ba't kailangan mag-cool down? Para kapag kinuha mo siya, no, nakaset yung mashed potatoes at saka yung beef. But anyway, it's here. We'll try to, excited akong tikman eh, special day today. So, this is a cheese sauce. So, as it cools down, it thickens a little bit more. So, tama lang itong ganitong texture, okay? So, we add some of it here, of course. Yeah. Alright. Depending on the amount of cheese sauce that we want to add to that. So, you put it on top, and then you taste it, of course. So, let's taste our shepherd's pie. Oh, hindi na siya mainit. So, medyo mainit pa. Isa pa. The cheese sauce blends well with the mashed potatoes and, you know, the ground beef pork filling that we did. Ang sarap niya lang. Okay? So, hindi halatang nasarapan ako. Dagdagan pa natin ng konti. Isang bite pa before I say goodbye. Sarap! Laging masarap. Hindi ko naman gagawin kapag hindi siya masarap. Alright. So, that's it. That's my version of shepherd's pie. I hope that you learned this something new from my video today. And I hope that you'll also like and share this video to everyone that you know. And if you have not yet subscribed in my channel, please subscribe and click that notification bell for more videos and updates. Alright, once again, this is Miss Pakle for Teacher Rai's Kitchen. I'll see you again in our next videos. Thank you for watching!